In a small town bar, a quiet waitress hides a secret past that will change the lives of everyone who crosses her path. The diner was quiet on a Tuesday afternoon, the kind of day where the sun streamed in through the dusty windows, casting a warm glow over the worn-out booths and the counter that had seen better days. It was a place where regulars came to eat, to gossip, and to escape the loneliness of their homes for a while. Among the staff was Linda, a waitress who had been there for what felt like forever. She was known for her quiet demeanor, her efficient service, and her warm smile that never quite reached her eyes. Linda was the kind of woman who blends into the background, unnoticed and unremembered, until one fateful day when her past collided with her present. Linda had always been a woman of few words. She moved about the diner with a grace that belied her years, her apron tied neatly around her waist, her hair pulled back into a tight bun. She had a way of making people feel seen even if she didn't say much. But there was a story behind those tired eyes, a tale of courage and sacrifice that she kept hidden from the world. Linda had served her country in the Vietnam War as a medic, tending to the wounded and the dying on the battlefield. She had seen horrors that no one should ever have to witness, and she had done it all with a quiet strength that was as much a part of her as her name. But when the war ended, Linda returned home to a country that didn't want to hear about her experiences. She was a woman in a man's world, a veteran in a society that preferred to forget the war. So, she buried her past, hiding her medals and her memories, and took a job at the diner. But fate, as it often does, had other plans. One day, a group of rowdy young men stumbled into the diner, their laughter loud and their manners worse. They took up a booth by the window, ordering food and drinks with a sense of entitlement that grated on Linda's nerves. But she said nothing, just like she always did. She took their orders, brought their food, and refilled their cups, all with a quiet efficiency that was almost robotic. But then, one of the men, a tall, broad-shouldered brute with a sneer that could curdle milk, decided he wanted more than just a meal. He wanted to prove his dominance, to show that he was the alpha in this pack. So, he grabbed Linda's wrist as she reached for his empty plate, his fingers digging into her flesh. "You take your time, don't you, sweetheart?" he growled, his eyes gleaming with malice. Linda said nothing, just stood there, her eyes downcast, her voice steady as she replied, "I'm sorry, sir. I'll be right back with your refill." But the man wasn't done. He wanted to see her squirm, to see her break, so he grabbed her apron, tugging at it with a cruel smirk. "You know I've seen better service in a whorehouse," he sneered. And that's when it happened. That's when Linda's past collided with her present, and the quiet, unassuming waitress revealed the steel that lay beneath her gentle exterior. With a swift, practiced motion, she wrenched her arm free, her eyes flashing with a fire that could burn down the diner. "You will not speak to me like that," she said, her voice low and dangerous. The room went silent, the other patrons holding their breath as they watched the confrontation unfold. And then, slowly, Linda unbuttoned her blouse, revealing the scars that crisscrossed her chest, the remnants of a life she had left behind. But it wasn't the scars that silenced the ruin. It was the medals that hung around her neck, the symbols of a courage that went beyond the battlefield. The man's smirk faded, replaced by a look of shock and awe as he realized that the waitress he had been tormenting was a warrior, a heroine in her own right. And in that moment, Linda's past became her present, and her secret was laid bare for all to see. But instead of pity or sympathy, what she received was respect. Respect for her strength, her courage, and her unyielding spirit. And as the days turned into weeks, and the weeks into months, Linda's story spread, inspiring those around her to see the strength that lay hidden within each of us. For Linda was more than just a waitress. She was a symbol of hope, a testament to the power of kindness, and a reminder that true strength often goes unnoticed until it's needed most.